Welcome to Kambani Zambia TV, your home for fearless investigative journalism, bold analysis, and untold stories from Africa and around the world. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, tap the like, and share this video to spread the truth far and wide. We dig deeper, ask the hard questions, and uncover what others won't. This is more than news. It's journalism that holds power to account. Let's get started. Disclaimer. The content in this video is based on publicly available reports, statements, and allegations. These claims remain unverified, and we do not endorse or confirm their accuracy. This video is intended for informational and discussion purposes only. Ever since the death of former Zambian President Edgar Chagwa Lungu, the Patriotic Front has been caught in a storm. On one hand, the party insists it remains strong and united. On the other, its leaders keep sending mixed signals about who will take the reins and when. Today, we dive deep into the PF's leadership puzzle, examining what Nakachinda, Lubinda, Mundubile, Miles Sampa, and Mumbi Piri have really said, and what it reveals about the future of Zambia's largest opposition party. Let's start with Secretary General Raphael Nakachinda. On one hand, Nakachinda declared that the PF would not, under any circumstances, choose a new leader until Edgar Lungu was buried. His exact words, "We won't choose a president until he is buried, even if it means not participating in 2026. But then, in a dramatic twist, Nakachinda announced the commencement of intra-party elections. These elections, he said, would begin at grassroots level, from sections and branches to wards, constituencies, and districts, before culminating in an extraordinary general conference to elect a party president." To make things even more complicated, Lubinda asserted that in the Tonse alliance, PF alone determines the presidential candidate. In his words, if someone wants to be the candidate, they must join PF. So which is it? No leadership process until burial, or elections starting immediately? This contradiction has left even PF members unsure of where the party really stands. Brian Mundubile, PF's legal chair, strikes a different tone. He insists the PF constitution makes everything clear. According to Mundubile, there will be no difficulty in selecting a new leader, as long as it's done after Lungu's burial, when a convention will be called. For him, the process is not about emotion or drama. It's about following the rules. But that strict reliance on procedure clashes with Nakachinda's mixed messaging and sets up another fault line inside the party. Then comes Given Lubinda. Unlike Mundubile, Lubinda is more cautious. He warns that choosing a single leader will not be easy, and could even be a point of departure for the party. Lubinda's caution highlights what everyone in PF knows, but rarely admits. Beneath the talk of unity, there are still simmering divisions, and the choice of leader could reignite them. Miles Sampa, once at the center of PF's factional battles, has now repositioned himself. In May, he abandoned his personal claim to the PF presidency and threw his weight behind Edgar Lungu as the Tonse candidate for 2026. This was seen as an olive branch, a move toward reconciliation. But the memory of PF's messy factional wars remains fresh, and many wonder whether Sampa's about turn represents real unity or just temporary political expedience. Former PF Secretary General Mumbi Piri has a completely different take. To her, timing does not matter at all. She argues that PF could hold a convention as late as 3 days before the general election and still win. This bold claim reflects her confidence in PF's grassroots strength and the brand of Edgar Lungu. But it also undermines the arguments of those calling for orderly succession. If PF can wait until the very last minute, what incentive is there to resolve leadership now? Put together, these statements paint a picture of confusion. Nakachinda says no leader until burial, yet launches grassroots elections now. Mundubile says the constitution makes it simple, but insists it only happens after burial. Lubinda warns the process could split the party. Sampa endorsed Lungu before his death, but Sampa carries with him the baggage of past faction fights. And Mumbi Piri? She says none of this matters. PF could wait until the very last minute. Meanwhile, PF insists it alone controls the Tonse Alliance's presidential candidate slot. That strengthens its dominance, but raises questions about how partners feel about being sidelined. And overshadowing everything is one undeniable fact. the timeline for leadership change is tied not to PF's strategy, but to the unresolved burial of Edgar Lungu, a matter currently bound in courts and diplomatic disputes. So where does this leave Zambia's biggest opposition party? Strong, confident, and dominant in rhetoric, but riddled with contradictions in practice. Among the people, opinions are sharply divided. Some PF loyalists believe the party's grassroots strength will carry it no matter when the leader is chosen. Others worry that delays, contradictions, and factional memories could weaken the party's chances in 2026. And many ordinary Zambians are simply frustrated, asking why funeral politics and internal fights are overshadowing real issues of jobs, prices, and governance. One thing is clear: until the PF resolves the leadership question, it risks looking like a house divided, even as it claims to be Zambia's mighty people's party. What do you think? Should PF pick its leader now, wait until Lungu is buried, or does timing not matter at all? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like this video if you found it insightful, and don't forget to subscribe to Kambani Zambia TV for more in-depth analysis on Zambia's unfolding political drama.